As you are aware that we are one of a very few well diversified holding company. So the result has been mixed. We have some of company are continuing to do very well, and some of them they are not doing as well as others. However, overall as a group, alhamdulillah, we have done extremely very well. We are above last year result by 30%. We're expecting by end of the year, the result will continue to be better than last year. First of all, we will not like to take all the credit for this transaction. This transaction wouldn't have been successful without the support of many stakeholders. To start with the Central Bank of Oman and Capital Market Authority. They went all the way to give most of exceptions, which not normally done in a normal course of business. They have even guided us in how can we complete this transaction. We would like to thank the both shareholders of both banks, ourselves as Ominvest, Oman Arab Bank, and also shareholder of Bank Alizz. Also their board of director and chairman, the management of both banks. We all work as a team to make this transaction be very successful. This wasn't a normal merger like any other mergers. It was completely different. It was more a merger of shareholder rather than merger of the two banks. At the end, shareholder of both banks, Oman Arab Bank and Bank Alizz, they own shares in a bigger bank. This is make them more stronger in terms of liquidity, in terms of minimize their risks, but also having shares in a bigger bank, especially in a time like now where you have crisis, you are more stronger in terms of managing your issues. There are many benefits from this transaction. I believe that we have too many banks in Oman, and many of them are very small compared to the other banks in the region. We also have too many finance companies, and some of them are very small. If you look at the experience where we are having now, having a smaller bank or smaller finance company is very risky. Those banks who have very strong balance sheet, they were always going to survive any crisis, especially during this point of time. Bigger banks, they are there to support the economy. So I believe that consolidation is very, very, very important. Other benefit is that the two shareholders of both institutions have benefited a lot by having share in a much stronger and a bigger bank. The other benefit is to the employees. Now they are belonging to major banking entity, which they have a lot of opportunity either from Oman Arab Bank or in Bank Alizz for them to grow. So there are many benefits from this transaction. Lessons learned are many. To name few of them, first of all, you really have to fully engage with all stakeholders, especially the regulators. You need to keep them informed all the way. You need to seek their guidance and their support. You need to always come up with innovative ideas. There are no tailor-made solution with this type of transaction. Most important, you need to make sure that all stakeholders' interest is taken into account. At the end of the day, everyone have to believe that he or she is the winner, and that's a very, very, very important. Well, I think we are all in a very difficult time, not just Oman, the regional at whole. We are facing twin crises. One is the COVID-19, the other one is drop in oil prices. So that has not been easy for everyone. In Oman, I see this year, next year is going to be challenging. However, we also see signs of recovery. The first one is the 3-year plan. We see the government is taking concrete steps to make sure that we're going to go back to our normal way. The other one, from the quarterly results of banking sector, we have seen that the deposit base of all the banks has increased. And that's a very good sign to see that liquidity in the market is improving. We have other challenges in terms of COVID, where we don't know when economy will be fully operational. But at the end of the day, I believe that in every challenge, there's a lot of opportunity. So we don't have to be 100% pessimistic. I think we need to be cautious. But I also believe that there are so many things we can do even during this difficult time.